Hello guys, I'm Rosie and I'm back here today with another video. This one is the voiceover style again. I had recorded this little episode of Minecraft the day before. I did 2 episodes at once. I did the pre-record with the intent to do this voiceover, which I'm doing now. And then I have a video that's just ready to publish because I was active in narrating it for Monday. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Sorry, I've lose the track of my days. I work 6 days a week. Even though it's all part-time, I still am working the 6 days. So it's like, throws me off sometimes, but it's a good balance. I like what I do, so I can't complain. Just grateful to have that job. Nonetheless, today, most of this episode is just me exploring and seeing how much of a barren wasteland my world might be. I'm hoping to find a village, and I don't know if I become successful in that. I guess we'll just have to keep tuned and see. I was planning to talk about the Roblox drama because I've never really been the biggest Roblox player, but a lot of my friends like it, and there's a lot of heat going on with it right now with the kids and Online Safety Act. Well, not particularly the Online Safety Act itself, but the conditions of what Roblox is putting its players through, in a sense. It's a lot though, it's heavy, but anywho, either way, let's just get into it. So, I'll say first and foremost, online safety is one of the most biggest concerns for today's digital world. Um, every day is like millions and millions of people, not even just kids, not even just Roblox, but they log on, they go on their social media, they go on their YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, whatever they go on, they're still utilizing the internet, they're providing that traffic. But in this case, I'm gonna refer specifically to kids and playing Roblox, and not even just kids, because Roblox isn't just a kids only game. Some adults that I know really like Roblox. um, it's the Roblox is unique in its sense that it has so many games that even you and your one-off friend could find something to play. And for many people, it's more than just a game. It becomes a sense, like a sort of a digital playground in a sense. And like these platforms can appear safe on the surface level to these parents that are letting their kids play either conditionally or giving them full free range access. There's different levels of parenting out there, and I'm not here to comment on their style, but some people definitely can't raise their fucking kids right. But I digress. Because I don't have kids. I can't explain, can't even begin to imagine how difficult it can be, but like technology fucking warps their brain. That dopamine rush, that hit of just like, ooh, I'm online, let's go, go, go. That fucking changes them. I cannot. But I can't even begin to explain. I was tutoring, or it was a sixth grader at the time, and he was so unrelenting. If he didn't have his phone, he was crashing out because he wanted his phone. So, just from that experience that I have in itself, phones and like the internet definitely shape the children nowadays to be much, much more different compared to even someone as I. Like, I'm not even that old. I'm barely 21. Um, versus somebody who's like, say, maybe 30 and didn't grow up on the internet as much, but maybe they had like more video game consoles, and maybe they just had like a headset at most, and they just got shit talked to because they're bad at Call of Duty. But anywho, either way, like with Roblox, there's risks lurking underneath the surface level of what it appears, because it's unsuspecting with its art, not like art style, but the game style too. Just the way it looks like it's just for kids. But colorful avatars, blocky worlds, there's predators, there's scammers, there's exploiters, and honestly, that can be in any game. But I feel like it's heightened in Roblox Roblox specifically because of that garner towards children. There have been lawsuits against Roblox in 2025 that can show how just dangerous these environments are when these safeguards fail. And it just raises the question, what are companies doing to protect their young users, and is it enough? And in my opinion, no. And I don't think requiring people to upload their personal IDs is any fucking better. That is almost worse. Like, you have to disclose your entire identity, at times your home address because it's on your ID, at least date of birth. Maybe they need to see the license number and that's enough. Maybe they need to know the issue date. Like, those sorts of things, like, that's personal information. Like, I don't want these companies to have this sort of data on me. And I don't know, it just creates like, oh, what if that database gets leaked? Or like what happened with the T app was requiring women to upload their IDs, and they promised it to be safe, anonymous, and secured storage. And we see how that works out. The T app did get exposed, and it was a data breach. I think it was 2,000 or so personal IDs were released. Yeah, sick. So I don't exactly think that's a great idea either. Um, Definitely, there's still a lot to be worked on in this department, but the way that it's going, I think that the T app that went downhill and the way that Roblox is handling is also not the greatest. But for in case of Roblox, this month of August in 2025, don't know when you're watching this, whenever, maybe I'm famous 2 years from now. Who knows? Don't care. But Louisiana, the Attorney General, Liz Murrill, she filed a lawsuit against Roblox, and she was just straight to the point. Her concerns were blunt. And according to the filing, she claims that Roblox failed to implement even the most basic protections for children, like mandatory age verification and parental control checks. Like, parents creating a Roblox account, there should be an option to be like, hey, this is for a kid. I can't even begin. But in her in her lawsuit, she did not cut her words down so easily. She called Roblox the perfect place for pedophiles, while arguing that the company's lack of safeguards, it creates an environment where the predators can thrive unchecked. And I got this from Barron's.com article, from August 15th by Adam Levine. And they point out the stock price too is plummeting. They're down like 10 points, but I don't know if there's kids watching this about the Roblox channel. You guys may not even know what a stock is. That's okay. I'm not gonna get into that. But the lawsuit also demands that Roblox needs to stop advertising itself as a safe place for kids until it can prove otherwise. And I think that is a good addition, and not only just something to have pointed out in the lawsuit, but for something to be brought forward to be like, hey, you're claiming this, and so far, the only thing you're protecting is the damn pedophiles. But anywho, it's not just like them wanting to do it for the sake of legal posturing. It's challenging the company's identity directly. Like, Roblox built their brand around being family friendly, accessible to children, and like a platform for creative. And like, the safety systems being inadequate, and if the court finds that to be inadequate, it could like just shake that foundation of the game and just change it as the base level. I I just I think Roblox's was it like tagline or catchphrase is like building imagination or something imagination, but now there's not much left to the imagination. But not just the lawsuit coming out of Louisiana, there's a couple other federal lawsuits. Um, yeah, there's a couple more across the country. There's one federal lawsuit in my home state of California that describes a similar chilling situation. This one is a 10-year-old child was allegedly groomed by a predator in Roblox and offered in-game currency and rewards to the child, slowly gaining their trust, being like, oh, hey, I'll get you Robux, or I'll get this and I get that. And it was the first step for that person to build that trust and then lure them into off-platform applications like Discord or I think Snapchat is mainly named in this article for the California one. For this article for the California lawsuits from the Sun, and they title Roblox Perv Central. So we know how this is going down so far in the media side of it. Like this shit doesn't look good on paper, guys. This shit does not look good on paper. Yeah. But in this one specific court filing, it claims that predators are leveraging Roblox as an entry point to initiate inappropriate communications with children, which I can totally believe, especially how they draw back to the in-game currency and rewards. Like, of course, the kid's not gonna. A young kid is gonna be like, "Oh, free Roblox, and I don't have to download something. I don't have to get a virus on my mom's computer. This is a real person, mom. He's giving me Robux." Like that. 7 red flags have already popped up, but yet again, I am not the kid's parent. If I was a kid's parent, that kid will be not on the internet till they're like 15 or 16 because holy shit, does it change them. But this specific pattern, like meeting kids in game, coaxing them into private channel platforms, is unfortunately so common that like it's not just specific to Roblox, but in this case, of course it's specific to Roblox, but it's not a unique strategy, at least. I mean, but like once these predators go out of Roblox walls and onto these platforms like Discord and Snapchat, the kids become so much more vulnerable with even less protections in place. Like I can't even begin to explain. Like if you were ever a kid and you were on Kick growing up, you might know the obscene horrors of Kick. I was a kid on Kick. It was obscene. I would think I was 12. People I was talking to knew I was 12, and yeah, why am I 12 helping a 32-year-old man out of his divorce? And why is it my fault I'm not comforting him enough? Yeah, anywho, I digress. Um, Definitely not a safe place for kids on the internet. But anywho, I mean, like, at least these lawsuits specifically aren't just for financial damage. Excuse me, they're about showing the real cost of like real cost of a human and their mental when online safety systems fail and what happens to them after that. But Roblox, for its part, they strongly denied the accusations that it isn't taking safety seriously. In an official statement, the company has said, "We have no tolerance for inappropriate behavior on Roblox and are committed to ensuring our platform is safe and civil." If you could see my expression, maybe one day I'll be able to get a leap motion too. You could see the fucking face palm I am doing, the way I'm shaking my head. I really want that leap motion so it can capture me well because I am a very hands talker. I feel like that would bring so much more character to my character, or more life to my character at least. Anywho, back on the topic of Roblox, that damn motion sensor is like $250. Anyways, that's for a later day. But the company points to several like initiatives, like a 24/7 human moderation team, advancing its AI monitoring tool on Roblox known as Sentinel, and it also expands parental quote unquote expands parental controls that gives caregivers more oversight. But none of these things are respectfully good enough. These things are pretty baseline. Like having a moderation team should be one of the first rings on the ladder. An AI monitoring tool known as Sentinel, like I can't even begin to explain the amount of either false flags this has or just absolute overlook that it has, because since they're using AI to monitor and go through this, they can also kind of use that as a cop out in a sense, be like, oh, sorry, we didn't understand the severity of it. We didn't see the severity of it because it's all monitored by AI. Similar to like United Healthcare CEO Brian, whoever, who got shot. I believe it was like United Healthcare or something. They were using AI to determine if the patients got coverage or not. And of course that led to a 95% denial rate because the AI is like, oh, I gotta save my company money. There's some way that it's formatted, like I gotta save the company money. This procedure is gonna cost too much for this person, so we're just gonna deny you. We're gonna deny you, and that gives them the same amount of plausible deniability that they don't have to take full recourse and response for their actions regarding the platform and the amount that it's not safe for these kids. Anywho, I digress. Brian Thompson deserved to die. Anywho, just like that, age restricted video. I would say demonetized, but I'm not even at the threshold yet for monetization. But yeah, demonetized. But oh my gosh, Roblox. They also, what was it? They also have a machine to scan for harmful content, claiming that they work closely with law enforcement when predators are identified. But that comes from Roblox's corporate statement themselves, and I don't fucking believe that at all, because they've sent a cease and desist letter to Schlepp, I believe his name was, and Schlepp was the one going on online Roblox and us not exactly doing entrapment, because entrapment poses specific legal consequences for the person engaging in it, but acting unknowing and having the second party bring in the sexual parts to this person who is posing as a minor and a clueless minor at that. That's where it becomes like, oh, this person's a predator. Like, I am supposed to be 12. I didn't even know. Like, I don't even know what this is. And if this person, this older man or whoever is telling me this, oh, just trust it. Or it's fine. No, it's fucking not. Um, but even looking at like the r/Roblox, people are fucking shitting on this platform. They're shitting on the CEO for David Baszucki or whatever his name is. They have 94,000 signatures on this petition to get the CEO to step down. It's a change.org petition, so I don't know if much is going to come from it. I don't know if I can find the link. It's just a screenshot of it. But you know it's bad when your own moderation bans you. I'm trying to find where it is. Yeah, also from Roblox developers, they call for a site-wide protest for their actions. On Friday, we should all put free Schlepp on our icons/thumbnails to protest Roblox's decision to terminate him. It's sad they are willing to terminate him, but not the predators. Yeah, this Schlepp. But he had made a Twitter post or X post on August 9th saying, every account I've ever made in Roblox has been terminated, and Roblox sent me a cease and desist letter to me. Not a single Roblox predator I've gotten arrested has faced any actions similar to this. I have no words. And honestly, most of us don't either. This is just, it's obscene, and it's not good. Half of this is actual still Roblox posts, but even this Roblox case, these two cases going on for this platform, politicians are using this to enable the internet ID, which I had said just a little bit before, still isn't a good idea. Fucking, again, Attorney General Liz Murrell out of the state of Tennessee, was it? Yeah, Tennessee? No, Louisiana. Sorry. Yeah, from the state of Louisiana, she says on X post saying, big tech platforms must get on board with age verification laws instead of fighting them using fraudulent quote-unquote experts. Net Choice, an association of big tech companies, filed this lawsuit attempting to thwart our efforts to protect Louisiana children through common sense age verification and other mechanisms. They're trying to prosecute their case through an expert whose opinions are AI hallucinations is mind-boggling. I will always stand for our children and against those, real or artificial, who would place them in harm's way. Again, ties into AI having these experts, like using quote unquote experts that is just AI powered, is also absolutely bonkers. Oh, yeah, there it is. 2 days ago, Roblox lost 12 billion within 9 days with their stock plummeting. But yeah, I can't even just fathom this. Like Roblox suing Schlepp, and at least honestly, not in a bad way that I'm glad Roblox is suing Schlep, but I'm glad that the fact that Roblox's continual support of pedophiles will be shining in court if this lawsuit, of course, goes through, because lawsuits are a lot and they cost a lot of money. I think Roblox would have the money for that, but not so sure about the secondhand Mr. Schlep, unfortunately. But sorry, I just had a glitch in my software that was so cool. But the controversy just didn't only hit Roblox's reputation, it's hitting the bottom line as investors are starting to worry about Roblox can weather the storm. Going back to the stock market that I had said, but MarketWatch had reported a criticism of Roblox for its child safety measures is starting to spook investors, and the company's stock fell more than 6% after these lawsuits gained national traction. And the drop may not sound massive, but for a company of Roblox's size, that is huge. It represents billions, and like I said, it was like about 12 billion or so 2 days ago. It shows how much like intertwined trust and safety is with a platform's financial future. Like stocks isn't just the current price of how things are. It's the amount of trust investors have in the future of it as well, or the prosperity of it in a sense. To be like, oh, this we can give this a high value, and I'd be willing to buy it because this seems legitimate. It's thorough. It's a good company. But now this is shining in the opposite direction. When a trust is shaken like that, the business suffers, similar to like all these international tariffs with our economy and the big drop we had in early March or April this year for the stocks. The trust just went down with the amount of fucking bogus tariffs that have been decided to be implemented, but they're not actually implemented. It's a very back and forth, but it's causing like even the American economy go up and down, up and down, up and down in a similar but different case because the trust is low. But like, sorry. The bigger lesson here is that that internet safety for these kids can't be optional. It has to be 100% has to be thorough, and it can't be something to be disregarded. Platforms that market themselves to kids can't rely on marketing promises alone. And we're seeing this as Roblox, but they need concrete and enforceable protections, which is very much not the case currently with Roblox. These lawsuits highlight several reforms that experts say should be standard, like mandatory identity verification to stop adults from posing as kids, stricter moderation systems, that they say they want to blend AI with human oversight. I still am not the biggest fan of AI use in this sense. And creating a more robust parental control system to give guardians insight to their child's activity. I don't know to what extent that would be, but if it's, say, just like a whole transcript of chats or logs, but then that would draw the question, what about chats in game versus just in a private messaging on the website, if that's a thing. Again, I don't really play Roblox like that. I'm not super familiar with it and how it goes. But these safety protocols, there aren't luxuries. They're supposed to be necessary guardrails in a digital world where predators exploit even the smallest cracks. Like give them an inch and they'll take a mile, and they'll do what they can to take more. It's just bad. But moments like these are also a reminder that safety doesn't end with the platform itself. Parents and educators have to play a powerful role in keeping their children safe online, like I had mentioned a little bit before. Like, I can't tell if it's just the parenting style or if parents are like, oh, I had a phone at a young age, that's fine, or the kid seems to be doing fine. Or is it through negligence? Sometimes it could be just like pure negligence. Oh, give the kid the tablet, they'll sustain themselves, they'll be fine. So they have to be, so the parent could become a little bit more hands off, just giving the kid a tablet and going on with their day. And of course, this not only causes major behavioral issues down the line, but also opens the door for these predators and the safety to fall through the cracks. But of course, parental controls and keeping them updated is like the main point people want to say to say what to do. And it feels easier said than done because half of the battle is getting parents to recognize actually how bad or the implications of something like this can do. Or if they're like, oh, I searched my kid's device, everything's fine, and then they just turn a blind eye. I feel like parents' perspectives on this have to be changed in a way, hopefully for good as well. Like other things like monitoring play sessions, knowing who your child's interacting with is a big one, but kids can lie. And if the like I would always say strict parents create sneaky kids. The more you prevent something and more you just tell your kid no 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 you can't do this and not really giving a good reason as to why or no rhyme or reason, the kid's just gonna think, oh, my mom's just being unfair, my dad's just being unfair, and then go and do it behind the kid's back anyways, or behind the parents' back, I mean, in terms of the kid. Ask me how I know. I was the kid doing that as well. Like, you can't just close the window and expect like you can't close the window and expect the breeze to still come in. The breeze is gonna come through the door instead. They're gonna find a different route. They're gonna find a different method. Kids are smart. They're learning and they're adapting and developing to the world. They'll see a new perspective that you see the same picture 20 times and they'll point out something you didn't notice before. Like, they have a lot of potential, but the way that these things have to be navigated and circumvented, it's just two separate things. Of course, like encouraging things like open conversations with your kids about online behavior and red flags and what to do if something feels wrong. A big part of that is getting the kid to understand, hey, this is bad. These people are actually wanting to hurt me, because unsuspecting, maybe the kid just wants the damn free rewards. Kid's like, my mommy's too poor for Robux. This stranger wants to buy me the Robux, so I'm gonna let the stranger buy me the Robux. So all these different things come into play, and it's important to like not only remind the children that it's okay to come to a trusted adult if they encounter something uncomfortable, if they ever feel something is off. But another thing is the kids have to stay on that platform. Not even just like wall chatting, but like being wary of invitations to other apps like Discord, Snapchat, and things even like WhatsApp can be so unsuspected. Just be like, oh, hey, I just want to chat anytime so we don't have to be on this game all the time. Like, red flag, bing, 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 bing. But, anywho, ultimately, these lawsuits against Roblox aren't just about one company, though they do focus in on the current day and age. It's a warning to the entire tech industry that if these platforms want to earn the trust of families, regulators, and investors, they have to put child protection ahead of their profits. And so many big corporations nowadays will put profits over their profits. They'll put profits over people, not even just Roblox, but in terms of, say, big tech. There's tech layoffs, there's all these sorts of job losses. But it's always profits over anything. Like, we just have to generate more shareholder value. We got to increase the value of the company at any means necessary. And typically it is by overlooking these important key details that it does, quote unquote, suffice. And I can't get behind it. But anywho. Rolling back to what Attorney General Liz Muriel, whatever, said, Roblox should not be allowed to advertise itself as a safe place for children when predators are clearly using it to harm them. And that has to be at the forefront. Online spaces should be digital playgrounds like Roblox used to be, places of creativity, of joy, and community, not hunting grounds for predators. The future of online safety depends on all of us, like platforms enforcing real protections and regulators demanding accountability, and families have to stay informed and they have to stay engaged. Any single little slip up, any single overlook could be something bigger. And together we can make the digital world safer for the next generation. What do you think platforms, like, if anybody's listening to this very, very seriously, I want to know what you think. What do you think platforms should be doing to protect kids online? What do you think they should do? And not like, and were you harmed in a sense, or but do you have a similar story, a similar way to connect to this? Not just like, oh, I connect, or I was a victim myself. Because I'm not asking you to share what happened. No, share the details. Like that is personal, and that is heavy stuff. But like, what do you think? What are your experiences, if you have any? Don't feel like you have to put the details. And just, what do you think about Roblox doing this in general? But anywho, my rant is up for the day. I gotta go drink some water. I'm a little bit parched. But speaking about this internet safety with Roblox and kids, it's just got me a little bit passionate, a little bit heated because of just the bigger implications. But yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below, please, if you have any concerns or what your ideas and thoughts on this is for yourself. But anywho, I am Rosie. Otherwise, you may know me as Love to Snooze, because I do love to sleep. I'm just a girl. But that is all that I have for today's video for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed me getting lost in my Minecraft world behind me. Maybe next episode we'll have some cool stuff going on. Maybe I'll be building a house instead of just trying to run around finding a place to build a house. But anywho, I digress. I'm Rosie, and I will see you guys all next time. Thank you.